Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The grand finals, the final match that decides who will get the golden ticket to the Clash of Clans World Championship is underway. It is one win and one loss for each team as they face each other in the previous stages of this playoffs bracket, and Stars will begin with a Super Archer Bomb anti-2-star basis. Being breaking out here right out of the gate here for Tryhard, and Stars is going to try to take advantage of it by dropping in a Super Archer Blimp on top of the Eagle Artillery, making sure to get this Town Hall down. He is able to claim it, gets the Expos out of the way as well, got the CC pull. Archers are not done yet, though. They keep on picking up Expos, air defense, and now he's working on the CC troops as well. Maxi, that was huge value, and that will definitely set this up for success.
Yes, look at this base, and the Super Archers are actually still going, taking out the CC troops as well. How much value do you want to get out of them? And Stars just says yes. Every value there is. He's the Chuck Norris of Super Archer Blimps right there, and he must feel so comfortable with this attack strategy, or with this specific attack on this base, because he is the first attacker this time for Na'Vi, and he hasn't been the first attacker for them ever before in this tournament, I think. Now, a little surprising for me that he didn't bring a giant. When you go into these corner compartments that have open walls and you use an ice golem, you usually send a giant first, because there are almost 100% of the times there are spring traps. But yeah, I mean, look at this, Eric. There's basically what is left of the base. Like, what can go wrong?
Right, he's got the Headhunters to try to sneak through to get to the World Champion. They didn't make it, though. And he's got more coming in from the right side. They're going to swarm in, and they're getting the protection of not only the ground and the air troops right there, but they lock on. They will take her down. Yes, they got it under control, but there's so much force right there. I don't think there's anything that can stop this. Not after that initial setup. He was able to identify a weakness on the base, and you would think that if there was a big weakness on the base, that it would be reinforced. But a lot of times when you're attacking, like, you're playing mind games, attacker and defender. You don't know if you're walking into a trap, and they want to sometimes make you feel like you're walking into a trap, so you just don't even attempt it. And then it might not be trapped, but the trap is somewhere else. But Stars is fearless as he drops in that blimp, claims that value, and he ripped that base to shreds as we start off this grand final match here.
Go. Yes, exactly. That is crazy. Like, they have no nerves, you know. They have had one bad war, and ever since Na'Vi were kicked down to the lower bracket, they were performing on such a top tier level, especially Stars, I have to say. Remember, Stars, I said it in the one war where he actually got the 1-star. I said deemed by most of the people as one of the, if not the best player in the world. And then I said it doesn't matter, sometimes you have a bad attack, it can happen. And he recovered from that within minutes, basically. And just the next war, he 3-starred again. And ever since, he has been 3-starring for his team, I think. Oh no, in the last one he got the 99% 2-star in the very end, but it didn't even matter anymore, you know. Probably would have been 100 if it would have mattered. Such a strong player and such a strong performance. Now, he definitely, even though he has attacked already and there will be no more attacks for him today, he won't lean back, you know. He will be on voice with his teammates and planning out every single detail of their attacks, and I can't wait for them to happen.
Oh, you're 100% right there. You do not shift your focus here, because when you have a bad war, then you make a mistake, you lean on your teammates not only to get the triples, but also helping each other. That first person who finished their attack at the very start of the war, it's their job to shift focus and start helping the other players there to, like, you're not just sitting back and watching the war. You are still planning with your players, and you're trying to make sure that they're set up for as much success as possible. But speaking of success and speaking of Super Archer bombs, this blimp goes all the way in, successfully landing right next to the Town Hall. Looks like he's got goblins to go clear the way of traps, and then the Super Archers drop out. Rocket Balloons come out of the defensive CC, and he's going after the same big value drop that we just saw Stars take, and he takes the Town Hall down. He's working on the Eagle Artillery. He's got the CC that may not cause any problems there. He can lure it out eventually and deal with it, but this Warden even survives down south there. We'll keep on working at the Expo. Maxi, that was some good value. That was equally, if not more value than what Stars got on his opener.
Yeah, It's so funny how it just bounces back, how they ping pong do their super archer attacks. And even though he throws the sweeper just slightly too late, he still made it work. Now unfortunately this queen is going to take a little detour. I wonder where she will be going after finishing off the scatter. Now the skellies keep her there. I wonder if she's going to follow the king again. Yes, she goes back all around. But look at time, 1 minute 30. At some point he has to start the Lalo. But Ariam, also interestingly, they're switching up their attack order. And Ariam, who has been attacking last all of the time, now attacking first to give his team confidence, as it seems. But to get this confidence, he needs to 3-star. So far it's looking good, Eric. But now the most important time is going to start.
Yes, he's got to get through the defensive row champion. No ward ability to support. There's a ground expo there, so keep an eye on the headhunters. If they get sprung, or if he has any issues taking the defensive row champion down, she could cause a lot of problems here, but he does lure her all the way up to the right side, gets her away from the expo. The row champion picks up the tanking of that, and the headhunters are able to slip through, and they're able to take her down. This is swarm from every edge on the back end, and this is how you wanted to see the grand finals, the deciding match to send a team to the World Championship begin. A triple from both sides. Uriam, as relaxed as ever, able to lock in the opening triple for Imperium Titans to match the one from Na'Vi.
That was so good to see. It's so nice that they have the same attack strategy in their first attack, and also switching up the attack or their Ariam with the confidence saying, I got it. And it's nice to see some emotions from him. Usually Ariam is so cool, calm, and relaxed, and you don't really see him do anything. Even if you just, you know, casually 3-stars the last attack, winning his team the wars, he's just like, okay, yeah, well, that's what I do. But this time, you know, you could see even on Ariam's face that it matters, as he was quickly looking at the camera, pumping his fist there for a second. So still even playing field. So now it's a question of the first slip up, and also it's a life sign from ETX Sports, and Na'Vi will notice that. So they will keep on going strong. They will have to keep their focus and 3-star themselves as well.
Yeah, a nice little rally after a rough war in the match before this, when Imperium Titans struggled to get anything up against Na'Vi. So this looks like a whole other team to start off here, and they just need to ride that confidence. They need to take what just happened there and ride that high and carry it into the next attacks here. But I mean, Na'Vi's going to go first, and that means that they get a chance to put the pressure on and see if they can build that pressure to make so that they make mistakes on the other side. So I mean, it's interesting, because when you go first, you show your hand, you get to show what the mark is that they have to beat. But if you're able to get to triple, then it makes it more difficult for the next attacker to go in and follow it up. And look at this, it's another anti-2-star base. They've completely shifted their defensive paradigm and goes in with super bowlers for Gaku here. He's going to be doing super bowlers, which actually do really, really great. Now, Gaku is a very, very prominent player in Legend League. He does a lot of Legend League pushes. He does all the way from the very, very tops of the boards there. And this is his #1 pick for his Legend League army. You can see it every day on his YouTube and his Twitch, and he does amazing things there. But he knows exactly how to beat these style of bases, and we'll see if he can put it to work here against Kingsman.
Yeah, but he just needed to invest a second rage spell, because he wasn't estimating this warden to go so far to the right side. Now he finally putting in the queen, and we know that super bowler smashes, which is very interesting to see, because we haven't seen many of them so far in this tournament, or like at this weekend at least. Super bowler smashes are one of the most popular counters to ring style bases, but he has to delay the warden ability for a bit there and funnel to make sure that these super bowlers at some point will bounce onto the town hall. He uses the rage spell. They go a little bit to the outside, probably even too far to the outside. When is he going to use that warden ability? That is the question. Where are these super bowlers going?
They're doing it back now.
Oh, finally.
Okay.
No!
They're leaving.
Go to the queen.
But
Oh, but
actually, it's okay. It's okay, because his queen has the healers there. The warden still has the king providing tanking right there. He pops his ability through the multi, and with the queen fighting the CC and delayed off to the left, the healers are staying safe, and he just converts it into a queen charge. Bowler striking back to the core of the base there, getting a bounce all the way across, and I don't know if they were hitting another expo, but the expo does go down, and he puts his hands in the air. He knows that he has it in the bag at this point, and he even has support of the backside for for the single Inferno. Absolutely crushed. No mercy against ring bases. Super bowlers sweep it out there, and Na'Vi has another one on the board.
Yes, Gaku 2023 still snacking bases and snacking chips at the same time. So nice to see, you know, how he gives himself this little reward after just casually throwing his last 2 freezes onto the board, knowing that he's secured the 3-star already with a minute left to go, and I got it. Very cool to see. No nerfs whatsoever. You can really tell that this is some world champion energy there. Great stuff, but it's now the ball is back into ETX's corner, and they have to make it the most of it. To be exact, they have to get another 3-star.
Yeah, keep the ball rolling here. I mean, they started off strong, and like it's nice to get the 3-star there from Gaku, but it doesn't really change the landscape of the war very much just yet. We have to see what happens on the side to really understand where this is going to be going, because I mean, right now we have 3 attacks total, 3 triples on the board, 3 incredible pushes through these bases, and they're all performing at the highest level, which is what we would expect out of teams that last year Na'Vi got 1st place in the World Championship, and the Imperium Titan team got 3rd place in the World Championship. So these are 2 teams that we would expect to get there at some point anyways, but the 1st seed to be able to claim the 1st golden ticket would be a very, very big deal for both of these teams to have.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all the work that went into this tournament, because it was open qualifiers at the start. Everyone, there was no invitation or so. Everyone started from the same spot, and they had to get through several rounds to come here to this final match, and have had to defeat loads of very strong opponents. And also, oh yeah. Another super archer blend, very nice. But what I just quickly wanted to add is that, you know, you can relax for the rest of the year basically until the World Championship ends. Oh, he let the, I don't know, but he let the blimp fly pretty far there. But I think it should still be far enough away from the town hall there with his super archers. Let's see about the value there. The scatter shots are far away. I don't see the monolith either, but he could get, he will get the Eagle Artillery, and now if he can get this multi-Inferno, that is actually already great value there. Rage Tower. Oh, the multi is staying up! No!
Hold your breath! No, does not quite get the multi or the Rage Tower, but I think he got enough value, especially picking up the Eagle Artillery as he was striking the defensive CC building. The arrows were going through it and hitting the Eagle Artillery on the other side, and it's kind of surprising because you think that Eagle Artillery has enormous amounts of HP, and I guess the CC does as well, so the damage through front and into the other one was enough to get him through, and now he'll push his heroes in and push right through the...
Hold up, guys. We had some technical difficulties during the broadcast, and our microphones ended up dropping out at this point. So as Sinthe wraps his heroes around the right side of the face, I just want to let you guys know that there are some new hero skins that just popped in the shop there, along with the new gold pass. So if you're picking up any of those and you want to help support the channel, then not only subscribe and like this video, but also use code Eric in game before you pick any of those up there to really help support the channel directly. It goes a really long way, and we really appreciate it, and you get something out of it as well with no extra cost. So thank you guys so much, but the microphones are bound to come back on, so enjoy the rest of the show.
Actually in with the Lalo, and Cynthia still going strong towards them, on everything collapsing onto this monolith. He still has a couple of balloons. The Queen bouncing on the wall, but the Royal Champion with her ability, now she needs to stun the monolith, and time is also running out. There is a back-end ground expo that is targeting his Royal Champion, and a back-end air defense that is targeting his balloons. Now the Royal Champion really needs to survive this. Come on, Royal Champion, you can do it. The King is also still up, Eric. I think he's got it.
I have a delayed feed here, and I'm able to see. I see the World Champion sweeping in, and with the Expo being swarmed by the minions at the top there, he was able to ultimately pull through. And I'm sure my speech is delayed a little bit there from what I'm actually seeing. I lost my feed there for a little bit. We were able to recover enough, but looks like Sinthe was able to lock in that triple, and that means that Imperium Titans will match the triple there from Na'Vi, and that's a very, very big pickup right there. They definitely needed that, and they need to continue this trend, but both teams with 2 triples on the board now will stay tied here.
They will stay tight, exactly, and that is some high-level clashing right here. Actually, exactly the out-of-this-world attacks that we were expecting in a final for the first golden ticket. So these teams are definitely not disappointing today. So now we are going to be seeing another attack from Na'Vi shortly, and they are the team that needs to deliver first. After Na'Vi, there will always be ETX Sports attacking. And so far, we have seen pretty much the star players so far for...
All right. War is tied up here once again. And Eagle Artillery on the far left side with a Inferno and a scatter shot next to it there. A lot of threaten that back end area of the base there, but no multi-infernos, so if you can get the Queen to go in and take the Town Hall without the Eagle Artillery causing any problems, he's in a pretty decent spot. The Queen will actually walk off to the right as intended. I wasn't sure she may take the turn into the mortar there, but she will cooperate, and there is an opening right there for her to walk in. So if you can collapse in this right side, he can get her to take the turn, and you definitely wouldn't during these Queen charge attacks when you're going against an anti-2-star base. It is a very, very different approach than it would be if it was a box base or an anti-3-star base with the Town Hall in the corner. You need to either have the Queen take the Town Hall, or you need to have the Siege Machine take the Town Hall down, and that will be your ticket to secure the 2nd star and your chance for success. So he has to collapse in this right-hand corner and can encourage this Queen to take the Town Hall, and if she doesn't, then he has to have the Blimp on standby to support. He's thrown in wall breakers. His wall breakers are all throwing. What are they doing over here, Maxi?
I
They're all
have no idea,
walls.
but this is actually not going well at all for Bernal, and this is... I would say, I would have said before, like, this is one of the ways this could go wrong if Bernal does not charge the Town Hall in the center of the base. But look at this. This open corner actually saved him there for a little bit. Otherwise, the Queen would have gone further around the corner. Now she had a chance to step back in, and she will make her way to the Town Hall. And with all the spells and the Queen ability left, there is no doubt that Bernal will secure it. But look at these healers getting fired at by the multi-inferno, and they will be down. They are in fact down right now. Now the Lalo has to save this attack.
He didn't invest any more spells there to the Queen, but she still continues to claim targets beyond, and she gets the value that he's looking for. Now he has the extra spells for the scatter shot, freezing it up there. He's at the rest of his spells being used to support the Lalos. They push through to the Eagle Artillery, and he gets the air defense down south, and he's looking like he's gonna pull through, but he still has the defensive world champion chasing down his warden right now. She's causing problems, but the Electric Owl is zapping at her, and the Electric Owl able to push through.
He's got Yetis.
Yet, though. He's got the Yetis. Two Yetis. They just need to die and throw out the Yeti mites here, Maxi.
Come on, Bernal, you can do it. Yeti mites, go. The minions help out as well, and he's popping his best. I think he's got it.
Wow! Barely crawls that one through. Can you believe it? A third triple for Na'Vi. 5 attacks so far in this grand finals match, and nobody has missed. They know what's on the line. The winner of this goes to the World Championship, and they're fighting tooth and nail to get there, Maxi.
Yes, they for sure know what's on the line. You could see how the relief there, you know, all the tension going away when he finally knew, okay, things went wrong, you know, especially the Queen. And then the Lalo just died out, but then there were some heroic Yetis still up, and when Bernal realized he would have enough juice with these Yetis to finish through, you could really, really see the emotions on his face there, and it's really, really cool to see. Great stuff there from Na'Vi, and the ball is once again back in ETX's corner.
Oh man, and there was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions there. You couldn't tell if he was even sure if it was going to go through or not, and it almost looked like disappointment when all the blues died. But then you see the reemergence of the excitement as soon as he realizes that it is actually going through. But now a little bit of lightning comes down to take out a rage tower. Looks like he got the defensive Warden, and did he get Inferno out of that? Looks like he got an Inferno out of it as well. And he'll go ahead and push in a Yeti to go pick up the air defense there. Just a solo little push on the left side of the base with that Yeti, and the heroes are not even deploying anywhere in the area where lightning is used, and they're going to come in towards the Town Hall, but not even just... This is interesting. He throws the Royal Champion at the Town Hall, but it's not activated, so it won't do any damage to her. She doesn't last very long, though. They got to correct that. That's a problem here, Maxi.
That is a problem, and I don't know what the intention was behind that. Oh, the invest too late.
Oh, King. Well, maybe things are going to plan here. I think he might actually have it on track. Okay, well, the Queen will power through to the defensive Queen. Diggy getting the stuns. Ground Skelly's going invisible. The King pops his ability, but he's going to get stalled up by Ground Skelly's that are on him as well. Get the Town Hall. Got it down! And the King picks up that Town Hall takedown on his final strike there. Goes to Phoenix, and then he can clear up any Ground Skellies that were still in that area, and he will now be set up for his Lalo. But is this the proper setup? Is this enough to carry him through for a triple?
And he's got the backend Queen that he still has to worry about there, and no more spells with this ward, with this Eagle Artillery and Multi Inferno. I don't think he can get through there.
Not just yet here. He's got the Slammer. Slammer has whatever's inside of it. The defensive Queen is right there. She's the biggest problem, but he has a Headhunter coming in after her. Slammer moving though. Depends on what's inside. If he can get the defensive... Oh, he just lost the Headhunters. The Headhunters hit some giant bombs, and they get wrecked. And now the Queen is ever more threatening. He'll have the Dragon Rider try to grab what he can there, but everybody's getting shot out of the sky here. Okay. We have our first lead. Na'Vi is on top, and Imperium Titans has their first slip up here. He'll gather the percentage up into the 80s, and that will set the bar for any attack that misses for Na'Vi.
Yep. Exactly right, and I actually still don't know what the plan here was for Almu. Like, was the Royal Champion really intended to get any farther? Like, look, the Royal Champion basically got a three or four buildings there because there's so much damage raining onto her. Usually I wouldn't expect the Royal Champion to be put down there. Maybe with an Ice Golem or the King or something, but just the Royal Champion by herself, I feel like she really didn't get a lot of value there. And same actually goes for the Queen. He invested so much, the invisibility spells there as well, the Golem, but she didn't even take out the enemy Queen. So maybe also GG's to Na'Vi's base building, as they defended this very nicely.
Yeah, I think if he did get that Queen down, she did cause a lot of problems with that attack there. And if the push towards that offensive Queen, did he get the scatter shot there? I don't think he got the scatter shot either. So if the King is, or the Queen is going into the compartment like that and investing a Golem on top of that, you would expect them to at least claim the major defense and the hero in that compartment. That's usually the minimum that you want when you dive a hero into a compartment like that. But if they fall short, if the defensive Queen holds the line, then obviously that's going to cause a lot of problems. And that Queen did have a pretty significant impact at the very end there.
Yeah, she did, absolutely. And the scatter shot, in fact, he did get, but I mean, it still wasn't enough value there for the investment that he used. And yeah, especially that Royal Champion. Maybe if she would have come in somewhere around this Eagle Artillery or the Multi-Inferno, that could have been good. But now let's focus on Kazuma, another very, very hard-looking base for me. I mean, these players probably have a lot of experience with these bases, but you know, when you're playing more casually, you will look at one of those bases and you will just be like, I don't want to attack this. And that's exactly what I'm thinking when I look at this at the moment. And Kazuma will try to react to it with a Electro Titan Smash, which is interesting because we haven't seen him use any Smash strategies so far, Eric.
Indeed. And these ones, yeah, they are very daunting bases to look at, but I think if a player is seasoned in Legend League, then they generally know how to beat these, and they are like they tend to be a little bit weaker, as there are a couple of different attacks that tend to perform significantly better than others against these style bases. And so if they are able to utilize those specific attacks and make them work, then they're in a very good spot. This one has the Queen kind of wandering off away from the pack, and Electro Titans are to move up to the top. But when you're running all anti 2-star bases, all these town halls in the middle. It only takes one slip up from one player to cause that town hall to get missed and cause the entire attack to come crashing down. Now notice he's holding on to a battle drill at the moment, and I assume that battle drill probably going to need to go in and secure the town hall takedown, while the rest of the force seems to be wrapping around the outside of the base there, specifically that Queen going all the way up and engaging the monolith on the far right side. But where did the Electro Titans go?
See anything going to
they
the
got wrecked.
town hall.
He's got the battle drill still on standby. He's just waiting for pathing. Okay, he drops it now. It's on its way in.
Yes, there we go. Okay, well, okay, with the Royal Champion, and he's, I guess he will try to invest a lot of spells there. I don't see this 3-starring anymore. There are too many defenses for that, but still he needs to save the 2-star at this point. Nicely deployed free spell there.
Hound on the list.
Oh no, not that nice actually. The town hall wasn't covered.
Yeah, look how he's delaying the lava hound on the far left side of the base there, just sprinkling in light troops there, trying to keep it out of the way of the Royal Champion so we go in and secure the safe 2-star. But that's the problem when you are this is, I guess, the defensive strategy from Imperium Titans is gonna pay off here. They received a couple triples, but this is a big defense, and when you miss the town hall in these style of attacks and something goes wrong, then a lot of times it ends up being a really low percentage. So an interesting defensive strategy that finally comes to fruition here for Imperium Titans as they hold back Kazuma. He'll try to gather whatever percentage he can here. And once again, lures that hound up to the very top corner, but it's going to end here right at, it looks like about 72, maybe 73. Yes, maybe 73% if you get that storage down in time.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I think Almu had a 83% 2-star, so that would mean a 10% lead for ET Exports, and it also would mean, or it does mean, that if they only 3-star from now, they will get the victory.
Interesting. The only way to take advantage of the miss here is to 3-stars, so you're down until you lock in that 3rd star on the board there, and then suddenly the war shifts into your favor. So huge opportunity. This is getting tense here, Max.
Yes,
this is getting
it's
really,
getting
really
so
tense.
intense. Yeah. I mean, Kazuma leaving that door open, I mean, it's probably not so cool for his team, but for us, it's the best thing we could wish for, because now it really comes down to this last 3 attacks, only 3 more attacks, and so far we have no idea who of those 2 teams will claim the golden ticket, Eric.
Yeah, keep your cool here. Keep your cool. Kingsman will be going in next. He's got a Queen Charge recall into Electro Dragons. Flamefinger on standby here. Got Rage Tower on the far left side of the base, with all 3 multi-infernos surrounding it, ground expos around the town hall, invisibility tower protecting at the town hall and the monolith. Very interesting base here. Klaus on defense, and here we go. Queen's going to be deploying directly to the defensive king. Finds a Tesla farm right on the drop there. That's going to require some extra investment. The Queen's not sustaining. She has a little bit of time to work with. He throws the Flameflinger right there. So interesting deployment of the Flameflinger to push in wherever the Queen leaves off. But if she just goes through and clears out the defensive king, he didn't have to burn any ranges, surprisingly. And he will get the buildings cleared out of the way there, so that the Flameflinger...
Look at the traps.
He's still alive though, he's still fine, and he hasn't burned any spells, and he can pull the Queen out of there, and he's cleared the way for this Flameflinger to continue where she left off, and he can push her over to a completely different section of the base and let that thing roll.
Wow, that is really cool. A really good value there, and the Flameflinger will continue to get some good value as well. Yeah, I mean, very creative hit there for the final match, to be honest. And we haven't seen that from Kingsman, but now we can see what we have talked about earlier. You shape up the outsides of this town hall, and then you send the Electro Dragons in. Now I really hope that this Dark Elixir drill there at the bottom of the screen next to this Wizard Tower will not pull any troops to the outside. Now he has to do some cross multitasking with the Warden ability, with the Queen on the outside, doing several things at the same time. But oh, there's one Electro Dragon taking on the enemy Royal Champion. Is actually really good for him, because that means less damage for his Queen. Now the Monolith has to go down, and it does. This is looking so good, Eric.
Wow.
The Queen though is in danger. Queen,
she is, but she has her ability. And look at this. The Electro Dragons in the core of the base there have the Expos under control. If they get those Expos down, there will be no threat for the backside. Here comes the King now. This base is crippled. Kingsman just needs to beat the clock now, and he's got the Flame Flicker troops coming out to reinforce as well. He's got Electro Dragons at full HP down to the scatter shot. This is crushed. Ladies and gentlemen, Imperium Titans swing the war as we go to the final set of attacks there, and this final exchange will decide who advances to the World Championship.
Wow. That's a life sign for the ages there from Kingsman. The captain comes out strong when it matters most, and that sets the star score even. And it sets the percentage score in favor of ET Sports. And now it really comes down to the last two attacks. Na'Vi needs to put the pressure on. They need to put on a 3-star. I mean, a 2-star is nice and all, but then ET Exports just have to get the percentage differential. But a 3-star would now really put some more pressure on ETX Esports. And I'm wondering who's still attacking. I think, is it Tryhard left?
I'm not sure. I lost track.
It is
I'm
Tryhard.
too nervous. My brain stops working. I just hope that they're keeping their cool here, because this is getting crazy. This is getting wild. Only one attack left from each team, but with the percentage disadvantage, Na'Vi needs to triple to put the pressure on. What was the percentage split here? Like 9-10 buildings? It's very small.
I'll check
here,
when the attack is going on. I mean, I brought my World Championship pillow here to see who will then go to the next World Championship. Now, also, I'm sitting comfortably on it. But now look at this. Okay, it's 11%, 2.2%. Times 5, that's 11% differential. So whatever Klaus gets, unless it's a 3-star, ET Exports just needs that minus 10% to secure the victory. And Klaus coming in with a giant and a flame flinger at the top side of the base. Look at this. There are two mortars there. You wouldn't expect someone putting a flame flinger down there. Now at the same time, a Skelly Donut is going on in the core of the base.
Nice.
Now he has to make sure that he also tanks the mortars at the top side.
And gotta keep that flame flinger safe up in the top quarter there, but can't delay the next phase of attack here. Here we go. Heroes coming up from the very bottom. Baby Dragon picking up the Arc Tower on the left side here. Gonna push the Queen to go south on the base where the King goes north. The Queen didn't have to round in. She needs to stay protected until she reaches the Town Hall, but the King seems to have a path directly towards the defensive Queen and a path to reach her, so she'll lock on. He can pop his ability. He freezes on top of that. He's not just going for the Queen. He's going even deeper in the base there, but his World Champion is going to be stalled up by a Tesla farm as she pushes her way in, and now Yeti's coming to the top to try to help deal with the borders. A lot of multitasking. Klaus is attacking every different side of the base simultaneously, and he has to keep his focus in a lot of different positions while he does it, but everybody's looking smooth here. Even throws out invisibility to get the World Champion through the scatter shot. Take it. She got it! Right! Yes. She dropped! Everything is going to plan here, Maxi!
Yes, more or less. I mean, he didn't tank for the scatter shot enough, but he got the Eagle Artillery down finally. And also, his King and Royal Champion were struggling quite a bit. He's got 2 more spells, 10 more balloons, and these 10 more balloons could come in handy in the back end to tank for these Wizard Towers. Notice how he dropped down a Drag Rider at the bottom of the screen to take care of the Multi-Inferno. And now the defenses are thinning out. He's sending balloons in from every side of the base, but there are still red mines in the core. But so many balloon troops, Eric. I think he's got it. I think Klaus put the pressure on.
Let's go, Klaus! Pulling through at the end. One final triple in this grand finals match for Na'Vi. And he's got it! Warden will finish up in the middle. Wow, that is impressive stuff here. Congratulations, Klaus. What a performance right there. However, they are not out of this yet. That will force a triple from Imperium Titans. You could not have asked for a better Grand Finals golden ticket competition than this. Klaus gets it done. But Imperium Titan still controls this war with the percentage advantage. Nothing less than a triple will do here, Maxi.
Exactly, and sorry, I had to emphasize though the smile on Klaus's face. I've been looking for it for the past couple of weeks. Nothing.
We gotta be
There's
calling
no
happy about that.
emotions shown on his face. You know, he's full focused every single minute of the war usually. But there, he just slipped this little smile out there because he knew he just had delivered for his team when it mattered most. And Na'Vi already have a 14 star score at the moment, but now it's back to ETX Sports. It's back to the last attack of this final, the last attack of this whole competition. After or during this attack, we will know who gets the first golden ticket of 2023, and it all comes down to Tryhard, who has to 3-star in order to get his team to the World Championship.
Get crazy. This is getting intense. I'm just trying to put my mind into what Tryhard would be going through right now. The amount of pressure. Like, you gotta keep your cool. You gotta not get tunnel vision. You gotta make sure that you keep a cool head on your shoulders. Communicate with your team. Make sure that you're focusing as much as possible. And here we go. The final attack of the Queso Cup. If this triples, Imperium Titans advances to the World Championship. But if it misses, Na'Vi will instead. It is Electro Dragons. He's got a Skelly Donut to start off here. Out of the ordinary to use a Skelly Donut with an Electro Dragon attack here, but that's what he decided to go with, and we'll see if that's the right call here, Maxi. It all comes down to this.
Yes, and picture perfect precision there. Just imagine. I mean, there are so many players struggling with pulling this off in like a random match, right, or like a friendly challenge, and he just does this casually here in the very final match there of the Queso Cup for the golden ticket. Now dropping in the Dragon Rider on the top side to funnel a bit and to take out this air defense most importantly, and now all of his Electro Dragons can hopefully get into the core of the base. Now early warn ability does only catch a couple of Electro Dragons, but most importantly the blimp, it gets to the Town Hall. Town Hall takedown is secured, even though he finds the tornado trap. But now it's all about the Electro Dragons and them working together with the heroes.
Yes, and he's got the heroes moving along the top side of the base there. The king and the queen moving along the outside, trying to keep these Electro Dragons centered, but without the Eagle Artillery, and I guess the Monolith and the CC stopping up these dragons, they are cleaning house up there. He's out of spells now. Now the final approach here. He has three hero abilities, no spell support, and he's standing with a defensive World Champion and a king at the far end of the base here. He needs to play this perfectly to be able to pull through. I think he's got the time. He's engaged the World Champion with that E-Dragon. Get the shot off. Yes, it gets a little bit more damage, but the multi-first stays standing. Maxi, this is a long, long push here, and he doesn't have a huge amount of support. This is going to be extremely close.
He's got the Phoenix with the King. He has no Headhunter, but now the King finishes off the Royal Champion. Queen will follow the King. Royal Champion takes out this multi-Inferno, and also she still has the Diggy, which can come in clutch here. He needs this Royal Champion to take out the Ground Explorer. I think that is key right now. He uses the ability early. It would be so nice if the Royal Champion could survive for a bit longer. He has the Queen ability, he has the Giant, but there could be so many traps there towards the end. He has to get through the Warden and the enemy King. He has to time this Giant perfectly to tank there, maybe also to trigger some traps early on. He won't trigger these traps early on.
I think he's got it! I think he's got it!
I don't know!
He's got the Queen ability! Power through the King, power through the King! He's gonna lose all of his archers here to the Inferno, and that's gonna hurt! The Queen still has full HP! He puts his hand there! There's nothing else he can do! Giant is down! Please put time! Look at the clock! Look at the clock! 10 seconds! Oh my god, go! Queen! He's not gonna make it!
No way!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Na'Vi are advancing to the World Championship! 98, or is it 99? It doesn't matter. It's not a triple. Can you believe it? The defending world champions will be our #1 seed in the 2023 World Championship. That is wild here, Maxi. Congratulations.
That is certainly wild. That is extreme. That is so intense. The last attack, and it comes down to the last second. That was incredible. Congratulations to Na'Vi. They are the champion of the Queso Cup, and it is the current world champions that get the first golden ticket of this year's World Championship season. It was a great performance by ETX Sports and by Tryhard in this last attack. Such a creative attack, such a good execution. But in the end, Na'Vi prevailed. And this is the leaderboard. This is the podium for the Queso Cup. A lot of money was on the line, but most importantly, the golden ticket for Na'Vi.